USA! Welcome to Flag Stewards. Be a stud citizen. Reminders from our flag for Thursday, February 18th of 2021. We're giving a special shout out to our pandemic frustrated and isolated students out there. Yeah, this is for you. Hopefully it brings you some daily inspiration and motivation to get through this and still be proud to be an American. All right, where's our flag? The U.S. flag at half-staff today. It's how we start every day so that you know that your school, home, or business has this flag in the right position. Well, we have new half-staffs in Colorado and the Osage Nation in Oklahoma. Yeah, I think we're the only national half-staff alert service that recognizes when we see them and find them. Native American nations calling for half-staffs. So Colorado and the Osage Nation. And you can find out the details by clicking on that link below. And now we get to the meat of the day, which is our historical moment from our flag, where we remember the election of the President of the Confederate States. Really? Yeah. That's right. After seceding from the United States of America in 1861, because it didn't want to end slavery, the Confederate States of America, 11 of them listed there, voted for a leader, their own president. So on February 18th of 1861, Jefferson Davis was sworn in as the President of the Confederate States. Interestingly, he was a devoted public servant to the United States of America before the start of the Civil War. Having served in the U.S. Senate and House of Representatives for the state of Mississippi, he also served as U.S. Secretary of War, interestingly enough, for President Pierce from 1853 to 1857. So this is why he was captured and charged with treason at the end of the Civil War. But for some reason, after 2 years of being in prison and selection of a 24-person jury for his trial, which included half of them, 12 of them, black citizens, all charges were dropped and he was free to go. And I really haven't been able to find a particular reason for it, but that's how it went down. All right, for today's Black History Month historical reminder, we're adding this in during the month of February. Little moments that we should know about, little nuggets we should know about of our Black history. On this date, February 18th in 1885, Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, which was the sequel to the Adventures of Tom Sawyer novel. Well, it was a very controversial book. Many called it a racist book. It often used the N-word and reinforced discriminatory, meaning biased and unfair views of Black Americans. And interestingly enough, it's the fifth most challenged novel for removal from schools and public libraries in the 90s, according to the American Library Association. So that's our little nugget and reminder of some of the good, and sometimes in this case, maybe some of the bad that's occurred in our way of honoring and working with our Blacks, with our African-American fellow citizens. All right, today's insightful quote from our flag. We jump back over to Jefferson Davis. I worked night and day for 12 years to prevent the war, but I could not. The North was mad and blind, would not let us govern ourselves, and so the war came. That was from Jefferson Davis. Imagine that. We can even have a little fun sometimes with our Confederate enemies, friends. Hey, we accept everybody, no matter their faults, right? As the Bible says. All right, today's fun from our flag is a silly, goofy Confederate state joke. So how did the Confederates celebrate their early Civil War battle victories? They threw confetti. Ha, ha, ha. Not confetti, but confetti. All right, I know. Cheesy. All right, so let's get to it. Students across America at school or at home, realizing America's past mistakes that we can learn and become better from. By knowing those mistakes, let's unite and recite the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. That's it. That's today's U.S. Flag Tribute. This is Sean Sweeney, Chief Flag Steward, signing off. Go out and be a stud citizen. That means be an awesome, good to each other citizen. Keep America beautiful. Means be beautiful on your inside to others. And let's keep America beautiful on the outside as well. Pick up a couple pieces of trash while you're out walking your dog. And remember, in God we trust.